So here we are, we're heading off to London, and I'll be getting on a plane tomorrow to go visit my family in Canada after all those years through the pandemic. It feels like a longer than 2 years, and it's going to be wonderful. Nigel is going to the Orkney Islands, and he is going to cycle around there. So for a change, we're not taking this trip together, but we will definitely have FaceTime visits and send videos.
That's right, yeah. So we're heading up to Heathrow Airport now, yeah. And it's a long time since we've been separated, so we're doing our own thing. Mm-hmm. The funny thing about, because we'll be doing the test, I'll be giving you figures on the Tesla, and interestingly enough, my test of buying a car, electric, an EV, was that it can get to Heathrow without having to charge. However, we will be stopping for a charge because I really don't want to drive for 4 hours and not stop. So, but it would technically just about do it. But we will stop at Amesbury and we'll keep you posted. So that's enough of the technical stuff. Jen's going to be meeting up with her family, her daughter, Shannon, mum, sisters, and having a great time.
Maybe go to Banff. Yeah, that would be great.
So it's going to be wonderful.
Exciting.
So we'll be doing videos of that, of Banff and Shetland, and please stick around.
Ready for some coffee?
Sure. The supercharger is so fast here at the Amesbury supercharger. We went into the Holiday Inn, that's behind me, ordered something to eat, and the car is fully charged just as the meal was arriving, so haven't had time to eat the meal. So it just goes to show that how fast the superchargers are. It's a complaint that it's too fast, so I've got to now move the car and then go in and eat my fish and chips. Didn't really need supercharging, but I fancy the bacon BAP. It's still fairly early, so I stopped here at the Oxford services, and so I'm getting a BAP and then topping up the supercharger. So onwards and upwards, over 600 miles to go to the north of Scotland, so we better get started again. Beautiful day today, great day for a drive. It hasn't rained for 2 days. I decided to stop, stretch my legs, and that's the second stop I've had today, and I haven't needed to go to the supercharger. So it's not a question that I definitely don't need a bigger range. It was a grid serve, so it's contactless, so I thought I'd give it a try. I mean, I'm sold on the Tesla superchargers, but it's always good to have a second option, and I'll have confidence again to use a grid serve, and it seems to work, although the guy next to me in the Jag seems to be having a few problems, and the first one I went to didn't work, but the other 4 seem to. So hey ho, up onwards we go to next stop in Scotland. Oh, it's better than Spain, this weather, it's wonderful. See you later. Hi, it's almost midnight and we're in Inverness, the most northern Tesla supercharger in the UK. Driven up from Heathrow Airport today, left about 9:30 this morning, and it's 5 to midnight, and had quite a few stops. But I have to say, I did stop often because I wanted to stop for me to stretch my legs and maybe get a coffee or something to eat, more often than I needed to stop for the car. So I started using GridServe because where I called into a services, not just because I wanted a supercharger. In fact, there wasn't one there. It was another 50 miles, and I wasn't short of charge or anything, but I just thought, oh, let's have a stop, stretch the legs, and there was the GridServe there, and I saw there was a Tesla in there, which probably inspired me to think, well, yeah, it's not just non-Teslas. Gave it a go. It was fine. It was contactless. It did it pretty good. And I thought it's always good to have a good backup, because there will come a time when there isn't a Tesla supercharger. I've been in Scotland for, I don't know, it seems ages, for 6 or 7 hours. Haven't used Charge Place Scotland. I really just used today Tesla superchargers and GridServe, and here we are, the most northern supercharger in the UK. This is the ferry port, Cornwall, on the Orkney Islands, and this is a few miles from Cornwall, the main town, and this goes to some of the small islands, and I'll be coming here in the next couple of days. So anyway, in the Orkney Islands now, sorry about the rattling, 970 miles from Cornwall, Cornwall, up to Heathrow Airport, and then to Gills Bay for the ferry for the Orkney Islands. That's a total of 970 miles, quite a bit. And anyway, the results are that I did 234 watts per mile, which means, because my Tesla is a 50 kilowatt, that's a range of 230 miles. And what I found was that on the motorway, I don't want to do 213 miles. And as you know, these days motorways can be very, very slow, and it was through Birmingham and Preston yesterday. It was very slow, and there were times I hadn't done 100 miles and I was sort of just stopping, just the sheer boredom of it all. It was wonderful once we got to Scotland. That was really good. So and of course I discovered GridServe, which so I was stopping. I wasn't looking, though I'd planned the route for the very next Tesla supercharger. I was just getting so fed up and pulled into services, wanting to stretch the legs, and there was GridServe, and I thought, well, I'll give that a go. It's contactless, so I thought while I was there, it's very fast and it worked really well. I might as well while I'm here, and I did that twice. So as far as the long range is concerned, I just, for me, it's just not right. So the 224 miles real world range driving in Orkney is really great. That's much better than the 213 driving up here, probably because of all the 70 miles an hour on the motorways. And of course the Orkney Islands has an abundance of renewable energy, and that's probably why there's so many EVs here, and it has more public chargers than per capita than anyone else in the country. Although I don't live in Scotland, I am a fan of Charge Place Scotland, because it always seems to work until the day that it doesn't and it leaves me stranded. I'm after Tesla. I'm a big fan of them, and Scotland are lucky to have them. And I've come to Scotland twice since I've had the Tesla, and it's always done me well. It's great. Thank you very much for watching, if you have been, and especially if you got this far. And if you can like and subscribe, that would be great. And I'm going to do a video on driving the Tesla in the Orkney, because I've noticed in the short time I've been here a number of big differences on the island to the mainland, and I'd like to tell you about them. So thanks very much, take care, and don't forget to use your reusable mug wherever you go. Thank you, bye.